Pledge allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Wendy said she will be here, but she'll be a little late.
Yep.
Takes her a little while to get here from work.
Yeah. Probably out there in that traffic. Okay, looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for November 8th, 2021. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to rush ahead, guys. Gotta get this done. Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that.
December 13th.
December 13th.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye. All right, then, I'll make a motion to approve amended minutes for regular meeting November 8th, 2021.
Support.
Motion and support.
Clarification, please, just a second, Sherry. Are you amending the minutes, or are you approving them as is?
Oh,
As
approving
is.
them as is. I seen the slash and I was kind of
Okay.
wondering why that was there.
Thank you.
I didn't know if there was amend.
If you were making amendments, then you would make a motion to amend.
Okay,
But
I got
you
you.
said the word amendment, so
Yeah, I
that
seen it
makes
in
me
there.
think that
Sorry,
there's going to be
my bad.
amendment, so
All right,
uh-oh.
oh boy.
I didn't touch
A motion to approve, and there's a second. Any comment, any questions? All right. So it stays off.
Okay, you need a vote.
No,
All in favor?
yeah, all
Aye.
in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Entertaining a motion to receive treasury report as presented.
I'll make a motion to receive treasurer's report as presented, November 2021. Oh, it says on here, November 2021.
Yeah, that's the
That's
one.
today.
Yeah.
That's what you're approving.
I'll second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any questions? Okay, Tracy, this is money, so if you would please.
Moore,
Yes.
Walworth,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
McAbey.
Yes? Okay, motion, we're looking for a motion to approve authorization payment of bills and transfer. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to authorize payment of bill transfers as presented,
Okay.
November 2021.
Do I hear support?
Support.
Motion and support to authorize payment of bills and transfers. Tracy?
Walworth,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
McAbey.
Yes. Okay, this brings us to public comments on agenda items only. Now, there's not a lot of people here, so don't fight over the floor all at once. Anybody? Okay, thank you. Item number 8, reports. Administrator.
Hi. I've provided you guys with the 2022 recycle and yard waste calendar from Republic Waste, along with a list of what can be collected and what is unacceptable, as usual. Provided copy of the yearly public notice regarding parking restrictions on village streets. Every day between the hours of 2 and 7 a.m. That goes without saying, no matter what the weather, it's between 2 and 7, there's no parking on our streets. And then absolutely no parking on village streets during snow emergencies, because it's hard for the guys to get through with the trucks to clear the snow. So you're gonna find yourselves, anybody who does that, they're gonna find themselves snowed in, shoveled in with a bunch of snow piled up against them, and they're gonna get a ticket. So, so please, 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 during any snow emergencies, snow, we're gonna get a lot of snow.
Yes.
And we're having issues with the basketball hoops. The code enforcement had to go around and tell people to get their kids' basketball hoops out of the road. It's time to get them off the road. So, Also, working, well, let me go back to that real quick too. I talk about, our ordinance says you are responsible for the sidewalk in front of you. You are legally responsible for the sidewalk in front of you. We are not, but we do the downtown sidewalks as a kind gesture. But that is, remember, that is last on their list. Snow on the streets is number one. And if it snows again before they get everything done, they're gonna do the streets again. They're not gonna hit those sidewalks for downtown.
Can we really push on any kind of media about sidewalks?
Mm-hmm,
please?
yep. I have them in the paper, I have it on our website, and you put it in that little paper, so we're all good there.
You get a lot of complaints about that? You know, I know they do 'em- I
Sometimes.
know they do them when they can. I'm just curious if, when they're not done, if you guys get a lot of calls.
Sometimes, yes, a couple of times we did last year, yes. Are you familiar with any, Tracy? Yes, we
What
do.
about the walking path?
They do that, our guys keep that clear too.
Okay, and I assume they take care of it all the way.
They take it all the way up to the
school.
school, as a, again, as
No,
as
they
a.
don't?
No, they don't. They only.
I thought the guys did
do
as a
village
gesture.
Limits.
Village limits.
Yeah, they can't go past the village
Well,
limits. They
I
can't
I
go
thought
all
Matt
the way.
told me they did go beyond, but okay, I'll concede to that. She says no, so,
So does the township take care of their section?
no, they do not.
Because if they don't, it seems like we should just go ahead and do it. It's not that much further, right?
Sure, you can speak
I
with
mean,
Matt about
maybe I
it.
should
Yeah,
talk to,
I'll
maybe
speak
I
to
should
Matt.
talk to the DPW, because I don't know what their feeling is on it, but I mean, it just seems like a lot of people use that path, and, you know, if they've only got.
Well, I thought
three-quarters
it was my
of the
understanding,
path.
Matt said they clear it up to the school because they know that the kids use the pathway to do their running and their exercising and stuff, but,
I just-
I'll have to
I
check
just
to
want
make
one way or
sure.
another, whether it's, you know,
Other than,
between the two of us, you know, the township and the village,
Mm-hmm.
just, you know, if the township's not doing it, then see what they, find out what they
Yeah,
say about it.
I'll talk to them, but I think that I've mentioned this before.
okay, I'm working with Wade Trim. In fact, we're gonna be having a meeting here pretty quick this week regarding the stimulus monies to see if the village qualifies for any of the disbursements. And I got this from, for the American Recovery, Fiscal Recovery Funds. And it basically, it says why a lot of the governments are going, what they call going slow attitude. It says there are numerous reasons why government entities have been taking a go slow approach to using their allocations, which as of this date, we have not got ours yet, but I've been notified we will be getting it in 2 increments, half any day now, and then the other half in about a month, and we're getting right around $200,000. And right now, the only thing we can spend it on right now is broadband, sewers, or water. But things are changing. It says they're using their allocations in the fiscal recovery funds for eligible state, local, territorial, and tribal governments included in the American Rescue Act of 2021. These reasons include allowing time for community stakeholders' inputs and purposeful prioritization and planning. The U.S. Department of the Treasury has not yet issued final rules. So hopefully, maybe we can spend some of this money on our roads or the dam, and we're still looking, they're saying there's lots of money coming in for dam repair and or replacement. We're on top of that. We're gonna grab everything that we can possibly use here.
When they say broadband, sewer, or water, do you know what the water entails?
Bringing water in,
So
like,
Not drain.
no, not yet,
not
but
dispersing.
perhaps it can be. I mean, I'm hoping it will
Right.
include
I know we
drain.
could use that for sure.
Sure. So that's where we're all kind of holding our breath and waiting, hoping that they widen this a bit. Working with Municode legal team on reviewing and updating our court ordinances. I talked with their attorney that they've assigned to us for that, and they said this is gonna take, it's about a 6-month period that this takes time to do this. So I'm working with them, so I'll keep you posted, but it's gonna be about 6 months. We were preparing year-end reports as required by law for Act 51 and the state and federal governments. We had our audit this past Thursday and Friday. Everything seemed to go very well. She'll be making a report to you all in February. We're not quite done. She'll be back next week to finalize and do a few other things that she has to do, but the bulk of it has been done, and it all looks really well. I am researching prices for the stop sign enhancements and for the speed limit signs. That you had discussed. I'm going to bring these prices, and I'm thinking if we could do 1 or 2 stop signs at a time, and maybe one of those other signs, we can get some of these things done throughout each year to help make our village safer where they need to be. I mean, because I've had complaints on Hegel Road for east and west, Ridge Road bad. That's where it's the worst. And so, yeah, we'll make a little plan to get these things done. I want to officially welcome our new treasurer, Rachel Cushman, to the staff. She started on December 1st and is setting in beautifully. She is wonderful. If any of you have not met her yet, please come in and meet her. That includes any of you. She's wonderful, a wonderful addition. Very happy with her.
Has she started any treasurer classes yet? Any of the
We are,
treasurer-
well, she's been working with BSNA right now, but those
after
things,
your audit?
yes, but the auditor's going to be working with her and helping
Okay.
her. And as soon as some classes are ready, we're going to get her into them. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm glad that we finally have that treasurer in place.
Mhm. And I want to thank you guys for this past year. It's been great. You guys accomplished a lot of great things. You should be very proud. I'm proud of how we worked together with it, and we've done nothing but improve and make things better for the village and its residents. And I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, Sherry.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. And I'm done.
Okay. DPW, street administrator?
TPW December report for 2021. Our cold patch was out of commission for 3 weeks for repair, and we picked it up on a Monday, December 6th, 2021. As soon as the weather permits, we will be going around looking for any potholes to fill on all of our streets.
Which they started today. They were out
Oh,
today.
yeah,
I don't know if anybody's seen them, but they
Yeah,
were
I
out
actually
today,
did.
and they'll be out tomorrow. So, all this week, so, okay.
Awesome. Winter equipment has been installed on the trucks and ready for what Mother Nature may throw our way. The oil and all fluids had to be changed, and 2 of the transmission cooling lines had to be replaced. We had the village municipal building decorated with Christmas lights are on the pine tree by the office along with the wreath. The park is in much better condition now, and the kids are keeping it much cleaner and picking up after themselves. We built a new storage shelves for the garage. Matt, DPW supervisor.
Did anything ever come about the vandalism things in the park? How that second one I told you I saw it happening, you said the police were gonna check the cameras? Anything? you heard?
I have not heard anything myself, no. I have not.
I know where he lives.
Okay.
So we're not, I mean, are we, is that seem to be done, or are we still having?
I think they went to, I think the
drive-through?
kids went to court, but 2 of them come back in and worked with the DPW. They're supposed to come back in the spring. The DPW was pleased with their response.
Oh, it was like a community service gesture?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it'll be
Absolutely.
community service.
Sure you got more. I'm not laughing about that, I'm
Okay.
saying they should got more. community
See,
service.
code enforcement, November 2021. So we have 2 different,
Well, one's David's report, and then the other is Matt's.
Yes.
yeah. Any questions?
I just have one, on the one in Fairview about the sump pump, draining onto the sidewalk.
Mhm.
That that's different than, the people that are pumping the lake.
I do believe it is.
That is
It's totally
different.
It's different, but this
That's
one
different,
this one
right?
though, we got pictures about a few months ago, like they only had
Yes.
30 days to fix or they'd be getting
Well, cause
tickets.
it happened last year and it was all, the sidewalk was all icing over. and
Yes.
so
Correct.
then they,
It's the same thing.
you know, they were supposed to take care of it last year, and so it's like,
Mhm.
why aren't we just issuing a ticket and having that one go to court? You know,
It's
why-
very, very
I mean,
dangerous and then, and the
It
neighbors'
is.
yards are
It's been-
soaked.
Mhm.
Yes.
2 years.
I'll
now,
ask
and the guy's
Dave,
still not
I'll ask
taking
Dave
care
for a
of it.
more in-depth report. I'll
But,
see
I mean,
him
I think
tomorrow.
we should, either he gives us a commitment to take care of it,
Yeah.
or we issue a ticket.
Well, that's what it said 60 days ago, is he had 30 days or he would get to
Yeah,
it.
and now, you
Yeah,
know,
but
it's just,
still, we're
we can't
still-
just keep,
Yeah.
I'll find out.
I
And
agree with that.
the light issue, are they saying it needs a cover, the light that was on Saginaw Street?
Yes, they need to be shaded.
So they have been notified of that.
Mm-hmm.
Fairview has a Division 4 access building structures use, what is this for Fairview?
They have a small shed in their backyard and somebody calls and complains that they're not supposed to have it.
Okay.
Is that the one that's,
Accessory.
that's because they built it, they put it on their extra lot, and you cannot put a shed on a lot without a primary residence.
Yes.
And I just,
So have they not combined the lots?
they were given the paper, no, they have not.
Okay.
They were given the paperwork, and they sent me an email, in fact, today, asking me about it. They said that when they bought the lot, they were told back when, before my time, that they couldn't combine it. Now, I don't know who told them that, I'm not gonna argue that, but that's what they say that they were told. And I informed them that absolutely they could, but they have to follow, go through and fill out the paperwork, pay the fees, and go before the planning commission for approval. And I said, once it's approved, then they also wanted to know if down the road, if they wanted to split it, could they split it again? Yes, you can. But again, you're gonna have to go through the paperwork, and then that shed would have to be dismantled and removed, because that shed cannot sit there on that lot by itself.
Okay, I have a question about Morgan Derby.
That's her, the shed.
Oh, that's the same one, because it's
Uh-huh.
a different one, I was just
So I'm
asking.
working with him. In fact, I just got through sending him an email. And I told him he could come in and talk to him face to face
All right,
to explain it more.
there's just two, that's why I was confused.
In general, I'd like to see more information on these reports.
Yeah,
It's prohibited acts, section 10-71.
yeah, what were we supposed, we don't.
Prohibited acts.
Well, you could look it up. I mean, it's in
Yeah,
your
but it
ordinances.
should be in here, it says,
Well, we don't get this until, 2 or 3 days ahead.
I mean, he can just, if he's gonna reference an ordinance, just invalid structure, or, cannot have a structure on a vacant piece of property.
Right.
Must have a primary, building house.
I like
Just something, I understand, we can look it up and so forth, but
Okay.
it's not like they're writing big giant paragraphs, just
Well,
give us just a little bit more.
this is the legal paper. And I'd like to go visit and see what's going on. And,
whatever happened with the house on Oak Street with the roof that was in, has the home business? There were several
They,
trucks, there were several trucks.
The last time I drove by there,
It looks like they're.
that was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah,
It's
I
probably
drove by.
complete now, because I went by there about a week and a half ago and they had 3/4 of it done.
Well, I went by 2 days ago, they had a lot of vehicles in the whole entire, surrounding the whole entire house, there was nobody out there working, so I was just.
But the roof is,
Yeah, the roof, yeah, and they have a lot of trucks there constantly, because they're running a business out of the home, so. That's, I just-
And until we get an ordinance to
Right,
control
yeah, we
these
were talking
things,
about
it's gonna
that.
continue.
All
And
right,
I'm working on an ordinance to
Home.
control
businesses.
home businesses.
Yep.
They're gonna have to have fee, they're gonna have to be inspected, there's just things they're gonna have to do it.
Yep.
And then we can control this won't happen anymore. But until then, we have nothing on the books.
You're absolutely right, and
Nothing.
we have that going on right now.
It's going on right now, yes.
Yep,
That's
we,
right,
we
yeah.
made that, so that we have we're working with a place that does, code enforcing in the ordinances. So they're gonna be all up to date now, so that we are going forward with
And it's
Anything
all,
on
it's
those
all gonna
books,
have to
they're
go,
gonna be enforced.
it'll
from
all
now
come
on.
before council. It'll all have to have 2 public hearings before they can be adopted, all has to be published.
Right.
There's things we have to go through. It's going to be a process,
It takes-
people.
you were
It's
talking-
going to take time,
Yep.
Correct.
but we are working on it. It's gonna
Yep.
happen.
All right, moving along. D, Building Department, November 2021. Is there any building activity up in, refresh?
Anything exciting, Tracy?
No, we could-
That roof on Oak Street. They got a permit for that.
yeah.
That's very exciting.
One new one open, 25 still open, is that the way to put it? Okay,
We do have another house that's
pardon
ready
me?
to be picked up, another house permit
Yeah,
From the,
from Eagle Road.
that's what I figured, yep.
all right,
That's about it for December.
thank you. Cash received. Any questions?
Nope.
Got a chance to look? Looking for a motion?
You don't need a motion.
Yeah,
No.
we just need to, yeah, look at it, and,
Okay.
anybody has any questions?
Fire department report. I tell you, the fire department and police always amaze me. To read through this, I don't think we post these publicly, but.
No,
Fire department is more seasonal, but they are busy. The police department goes on for how many pages this time?
For the season?
Quite a few pages. I think it was 7 pages last time. Ooh, that's quite a few. I'm not even gonna count them. Probably, well, I bet that's 8 pages. Not even gonna count them. Traffic stops, assists, a little bit of everything. Fire department and sheriff's report. Old business, none. New business, authorized Genesee County Metropolitan Alliance dues for 2022, $150.
this is yearly. And, you don't need to, put the people in there yet as far as who's gonna represent us, but I need you to think about it. Which 2 of you would like to do it, and then we're gonna need a citizens rep,
Gotcha.
you know, and, if anybody new wants to do it, always, you know, getting other new people involved would be great,
Yeah.
if you know anybody.
Absolutely. Actually, I have a couple people that already are interested in.
So if you guys
Yes,
could,
as I say, it's always interesting to see how the funding works out and how the different projects are handled and where they get the funding from.
you learn a lot from the Metropolitan
Yes, a
Alliance,
lot
It's-
more.
it behooves you to go,
Right.
and,
And the simple question is, why can't we get money for more roads? Well,
Oh, we got some of them.
4-lane
already that
roads.
we talked about.
highly traveled roads, and we're not too high up on the food chain.
Well, actually, we got money from them.
We did, all of us
Yeah, that
did.
was because if it wasn't used, then it goes
Yeah, we
right
got
back. So
40,000.
It had to be a village.
Well, that's
or-
why,
It had to be
was very
MDOT.
specific,
yeah,
yes,
it was MDOT Street.
and we got that, so.
Right.
that's why
very
it's always
exciting.
good to have people there to take part in that.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve the Genesee County Metropolitan Alliance dues for the amount of $150.
I'll second that motion.
Motion and a second to pay our dues to the Metropolitan Alliance. Any comments, questions? Tracy?
Moore,
Yes.
Walworth,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
McAfee.
Yes? Okay,
Next meeting, if you guys have anybody, you can send them to, the names to me, I'll get that all prepared and bring it to the next meeting for the appointments.
All right.
10B, proceed to the planning commission 2021 yearly report as presented.
This is required by ordinance, the yearly report. It's just basically a synopsis of what they did. And this is it, and it needs to be received.
And
I
I'll
pointed
make a
out
motion.
to Tracy, because we got our checks for the planning commission for $20, but there were 2 meetings, so it should have been $40. So she's gonna check into that and just to verify, but I just wanted to make sure those people on the planning commission were getting paid their dues.
Mhm.
Correct. Okay, C, set council.
I need a motion to
Oh, you
receive
need a
that.
motion on
I'll make a
consent?
motion to
accept
receive
the
that.
report?
Planning Commission 2021 yearly report as presented.
I'll second that motion.
Motion is made and seconded to receive planning commission yearly report. Comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now, set council and commission board regular meeting dates and holiday closures as presented.
I might have a really romantic night planned for February 14th.
Oh.
Probably not.
Well, you better make it a quick meeting then.
I'm trying to see, what's the asterisk for on October 11th?
It's a Tuesday instead of a
Oh,
Monday.
that's Tuesday.
That's because it's my anniversary month.
Why is that? Why did it change?
Because it's on a Tuesday, probably because.
No, I know, but why
yeah.
wouldn't it have been on a Monday?
I
Because
don't
that's a
know.
holiday, it's a
Oh,
day
it's a
off.
holiday, that's what it is. We did
What's
that once
October
before.
10th?
It's Indigenous People Day.
It's
It
weird.
was Columbus
Indigenous
Day,
People
they
Day.
changed
Indigenous People
it.
Day.
I'm sorry.
They just changed it this year. It's so
I
not to
didn't even
offend.
know
It's
they
a federal
changed it.
holiday.
It's a federal holiday.
Everything's closed and it's a
Feds
federal
changed the
holiday.
name.
Indigenous People Day.
Yeah.
Well, I will make a motion to approve the council and commission board's 2022 regular meeting dates and holiday closures as presented.
I will second.
The motion and a second to set the council and commission board meeting dates. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, D. Adopt resolution 2021-13 appointing treasurer Rachel Cushman as chief signer of all Village of Goodrich corporate accounts.
Melissa, could you read that for us, please?
Pardon me?
I need it read into the record, please.
Melissa to read
I
it.
want Melissa to read it.
I could,
Where is
if I had it.
Yeah.
D.
Yeah, oh, it's all the way to the back, that last one.
Oh,
I
all
didn't
right.
see it.
Resolution number 2021-13 for the Village of Goodrich. Whereas the treasurer is the appointed chief signer of all Village of Goodrich corporate accounts, and whereas the Village of Goodrich hired Rachel Cushman as the treasurer for the Village of Goodrich on November 8th, 2021. Whereas due to an official check and balance rule for government funds, only certain individuals can be appointed as signers for these accounts. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Village of Goodrich Council does hereby officially appoint Rachel Cushman as the chief signer of all Village of Goodrich corporate accounts. Do we have yeas?
Yay.
Yes.
I need a motion. Is that your
We need
motion?
a
So-
vote of how many yeas?
I supported that. That was her
Should we
motion.
Oh,
make
okay.
the,
I supported
don't
it.
we adopt resolution, I'll make a motion to adopt.
No.
Melissa
She
did.
just made the
Melissa
motion.
Oh,
supported
you
it. I
did,
supported it.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
I
the motion
supported it.
And Keith supported it.
Yep,
Okay,
aye.
so we don't have to do the yeas, nays after?
Okay, so we need a roll call for all
Right.
resolutions need roll
Give me your
calls.
money. Tracy?
Moore,
Yes, aye.
Walworth,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
McAbey.
Yes. Motion carries. Adopted. Okay, 11, public comments and items not on the agenda.
Good evening.
Hi, Steve.
Good evening,
How you guys
Steve.
doing?
Good.
I'm Steve Yukas. I live at 8502 Ridge Road in Goodrich, obviously. I just wanted to applaud you on your efforts with regard to the speed limit issues on Eagle and Ridge Road. It only gets worse as the traffic increases. I'm preaching to the choir with that. I also wanted to compliment, I think, Melissa, you were involved in the Arbor Day stuff that I saw online.
Alexa.
Nice piece of business. I appreciate that. I support that cause as well. That was really nice to see. I saw in the Grand Blanc View that Barry June from the Township Board was involved in a kayak launch on Mott Lake. Apparently he's on the board there as well.
Yes,
And I thought we might be able to pick his brain with regard to doing something on the mill pond to make it user-friendly or make it usable at all. Because quite frankly, I'm just a little confused by the fact that we have this pond that almost nobody can use.
yeah.
And I think we need to make that readily available to the rest of the residents of the village, since we're all financing that.
I
And we continue to pour money into the dam hand over fist, so. Those were the only issues I have. I'd like to wish you all a happy holiday, and I appreciate your efforts on our behalf. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay, council?
I have something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I agree with Steve on the kayak or some recreational use for the mill pond. I think that should be looked into. As far as the house on Oak, I thought that was, the lawyers were involved with that house for a few years, so I know you're saying that there's no ordinance, but if there's been no ordinance, my question would be, what were the lawyers looking at in prior years with trying to have that house cleaned up or whatever? My other thing, last month you had, or the month before, I don't remember, mentioned that the website, you had like preliminary things, so I'm hoping that that's gonna be coming out pretty soon. And then, these next two, I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm wondering if we're ever gonna get the Vibe. I know I saw a lot of people in my area that had yard waste bags out, and I believe yard waste is over, and I know that's something that was highlighted in the Vibe as far as when yard waste started, would end. So today when I was leaving, I saw people having those bags up off the street, but they obviously weren't picked up. And then my last thing is, again, I'm like a broken record, but the Zoom meetings. Everybody shakes their head up there and says, oh, great idea, and then it doesn't happen. I think with cold weather coming and, you know, people that can't attend, I think the Zooms would be a great idea to have. The township has in-person and Zoom meetings. I know I'd rather be sitting at home watching it and making my comments than coming out all the time. And that's it. Those are my comments.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doreen.
Yeah.
Is, just a quick question, isn't it on the recyclables when, yard waste is?
I
On the
think it
calendars?
is, but you know, some people,
is.
they get that, they,
It's on the
I always
website.
put it on my fridge, that's why, I've done it for years.
you know.
Okay,
It- It's just one thing
Well,
that I
thank you.
noticed.
Council
yeah.
comments?
I just wanna wish everybody a happy Christmas,
Very good.
and thank you for a wonderful year, it was better than last year.
Good.
I hope it gets
I'll
better.
echo that.
Sherry, as far as the Zoom meetings go, can you look into that? I mean, can we look into?
I have
just
looked into it. It's gonna take two
purchasing a
laptop computers.
or-
One person is gonna have to operate it, another person's gonna have to answer the questions when people, you know, flag in and wanna talk. There's two more people who have to come in here and help run these things, besides Tracy and I.
Can you check with the township and kind of see
Yeah,
how they're?
I did.
I'm just thinking
Katie
because,
came in here and explained it, and it seemed pretty simple, so maybe we can
Oh,
work.
it's not that simple, but,
well,
Yeah.
here's my concern is, you know, the, COVID's going through the township right now. Right?
Mhm.
I'm talking to the township office, right?
yeah, they're shut down.
Yeah, they're shut down. And so, you know, and, you know, we got another variant that's coming in. People are leery. I mean, we haven't had people in the audience like we used to, right? People are leery about coming in. And I think if we had Zoom meetings, it gives people a chance to still attend the meeting, but not in person. And I think given the current circumstances, that's something that we need to provide, you know, as a municipality.
Well, right now, at the end of the year, any board member cannot be somewhere else and Zoom in and take part of a board meeting after the end of this month, during a Zoom meeting. So you
Okay,
still
but
have to be,
but
you have to be
it's-
up front. You have to be
okay,
here
I understand
personally.
that, but I'm talking about the audience.
Mhm.
Like if
There's
I
a
brought
lot
my
of people
laptop in,
that-
can I be one of the people that says, can you guys wait, we have a question?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You sure can.
That would be helpful.
Absolutely.
And then, I mean, technically too, if you guys really want to build the audience, we can make it a Facebook event and we can put it out there that it's next Monday and with the link and they can click on it and we can know how many people are gonna join and,
As opposed to a Zoom event.
no, I'm saying, but you can say, here's the Zoom link.
Oh, I see. I
Just
see, I
as
see,
instead
I
like
see.
putting it in the newspaper or something like that, you know, it could be out there on social media, that's how we found Rachel, social media. It's a good thing.
And I think it'd be a good thing to look into, even if it, you know, if we have to have somebody additional to drive that, then it'll certainly make recording a lot easier, Sherry. You won't have to do that, you know, as far as.
Well, that would do the recording for you. I
That
wouldn't
would
have
do
to
the
publish it at all.
Yeah, it would be live.
I mean, you don't even have to, legally, you don't have to record or publish a meeting. You realize that.
No, I know that,
Okay.
but that's another service that should be available to people that forgot about the meeting, couldn't attend the meeting in person, or couldn't attend the Zoom meeting. They should still be able to go online, click on it, and watch.
Okay, and I think that's all nice that you've offered to bring your laptop in, but what if you don't show up for a meeting and you don't bring your laptop in? I'm gonna have to purchase a laptop,
I
possibly two.
understand that. I understand that.
So, I'll get prices for you and we'll get it rolling. No
Thank you.
problem.
Thank you.
Because we have our Zoom,
Do we have one laptop or if I brought mine in?
I do not have a laptop.
Does
I have
anybody
none.
else
I thought they talked.
No, I don't, I appreciate you offering, but I need to be able to make sure, if we're gonna be advertising this, I need to make sure we have the equipment.
I thought we said we could use the DPW's,
Not once they start using it with their stuff, I can't take it
It was
from
just
them.
mentioned, so
And
I
that
was
was-
bringing it in, but.
Yeah, I don't think we can intermix the,
Please let me do my homework, please. Let me do it, or if you don't want me to do it, you wanna appoint someone else to do it, that's fine. But
I think you should.
let me know what you want me to do. I'd be happy to do it and we'll get it rolling. We have an account with Zoom,
Okay.
I paid for it for another year.
Yeah.
but we have to follow the rules that the government has for Zoom.
before we adjourn, I'd just like to end on a positive note. I went to the basketball game last Friday, and they passed the bucket, and they raised $5,800 for first responders from Oxford to buy them a meal. And that's pretty good. It was a small crowd. $5,800.
That is.
Mm.
And it was put on by the dance team or whatever,
Mhm.
and I thought that was amazing.
Do you know that Reed Elementary just did their hat day, and that's what the funds are going for too, is for and then if there's enough extra, they're buying the staff at Oxford lunch the first
Cool.
week.
Good. That's good to know. All right, do I hear a motion to
Yeah,
adjourn?
I'll make a motion
Motion
to
adjourned,
Motion
second.
adjourned all over, second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.